Today we're going to revise mean, median, mode and range, and we're going to use the Year 8 textbook to do it because it is better laid out than the Year 9 one. So in chunk 1 we're going to have a look at range and mean. Now the range of a set of number is just the highest number minus the lowest number. So the range is the spread of numbers. So what we do is, if we have a look at our example here, we're looking for the biggest and the smallest number. So here we've got our highest number, here we've got our lowest one. So our range is simply the biggest, which is 7, minus the smallest. 7 minus 1 is 6. Now that is all that range there is to range. Range is the spread of numbers. It's the biggest number in any list minus the smallest. So we have a look at the example down here. We've got a list of numbers at the moment for chunk 1. We're just going to have a look at the range and the mean. If we've got a list of numbers here, we're finding the range of values. So finding the range, I'm looking for my biggest is 65. My smallest, as I can see there, I've actually got 2 12s. That doesn't matter. I'm going to use 1. So the range is equal to the biggest minus the smallest. And that is going to be equal to 65 minus 12 equals 53 if you put that in your calculator. Okay, so let's have a look at the next thing, which is the mean. Now the mean, we think of it more as the average. So our mean in maths is our average. And if we want to find out the average of anything, we add up all the values and then we divide it by how many. So if we were trying to find the average of how much money 2 people had, one of them had $20, one of them had $10, we'd add them together. 20 plus 10 is $30 between 2 people. 30 divided by 2 would be an average of $15 each. So we're going to do the same sort of thing with a set of data values. And so if I look at my example down here, I'm going to have my numbers again. I'm going to find the mean. Now the mean is often written, I'm going to put it here, is written as an X with a bar on it. That's how our mean is written. And our mean is the sum divided by how many they are. Number, sum of data divided by the number of data points or numbers, data numbers. So if I'm looking at this first one over here, looking at my range, I need to put that probably in my calculator. But if I just sum them up, and I'm just going to rearrange them from smallest to biggest, I'm going to have and then if I count how many numbers there are, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I throw that all in my calculator, I'm just going to have a look over to the left there. I've got 203 on 7, and my answer is 29. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our chunk 1 problem, sorry. So we come across to G1 and 2. It's asked us for these questions. So in this first one, these are the questions you're going to do. We've got this set of numbers here. So it's asked you to write them from smallest to biggest. So just rewrite that list from the smallest to the biggest. It says state the largest number. So write the biggest number next to that C to B. C is state the smallest number. So find the smallest number. And then D is your range. So remember, your range is equal to the biggest number which you found in B minus the smallest number which you found in C. In question 4, it's asked us for each of these data sets, so you're going to work on these ones first, A, C, E and G, calculate the range and the mean. So for each one, find the range first look through those data sets and find the biggest number, find the smallest number, subtract the smallest number from the biggest number. So if you do that all here, that will give you the range. Then what you'll need to do is you'll need to put this in your calculator. You'll need to add up those numbers. So add them up. So the total is going to be on the top. Add them all up with the total and then divide by how many there are. So that first one is going to be divided by 5. Have a look at those next questions, A, C, E, G. You're doing the same for all of those. Question 5, we've got the box says the number of aces that a tennis player serves per match is recorded over 8 matches. So these numbers here refer to the matches, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth matches. And the number of aces is underneath. So it's asked you for question A is what is the mean. So you need to add up all these ones in this box here, add them all up, put them in above the top, and then count how many matches there are. They're actually numbered, so you're going to have the number of matches underneath, and that's going to be equal to your mean. It says round your answer to 1 decimal place. So after you've added all those up and put them in the number of scores divided by the number of scores, you will get a mean. Now the last one down here, what is the range? So you're just after the biggest minus the smallest, and then you're going to put that answer down there.